Hello and welcome to day 2 of our series on the 10 Commandments. My name is Lizzie and I'm really excited to be taking you through the second commandment today. If you have a Bible handy, then please do turn to it, because the first thing we're going to do is read. You'll find today's reading in Deuteronomy chapter 5 verses 8 to 10. Let's see what it says. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. So what's this all about? On the face of it, it just seems like an extension of yesterday's commandment. Have no other gods before me, including idols. But let's look a bit closer. So if you think about the fact that the Israelites have just been rescued from slavery in Egypt by God, they've just been set free. Now, Egypt was a land of many temples and many more gods. There was Ra, the god of the sun, who had the head of a bird. There was the winged goddess Isis, who was the goddess of magic. And there was a god Sebek, who was the god of crocodiles. And you've guessed it, he had a crocodile for a head. Now, each of these gods had their own sphere of influence. One thing they had power over, and whatever your problem or your need was, you would find the right god, go to their temple, offer up a prayer, and hope that they would help you. But the issue with this is that the Lord, Yahweh, the God of the Israelites, but he's the God of everything. He created everything. He has power over everything. He knows everything. The weather, fertility, health and well-being, relationships, even time. He's the God of everything. What this commandment is not saying is that arts and crafts are a bad thing. It's not saying that creativity is bad. But what most theologians think that God is saying in this commandment is that if you try and take aspects of God and put them in a statue or in a picture, it will always fall short. It's never going to fully represent the one true God. It's going to condense God down and put him in a box. And this then leads other people to misunderstanding who God is. And this can then cascade down through the generations, which is why it says, punishing the children for the sins of the parents to the 3rd and 4th generation. Now, these generations don't hate God. This is hyperbole. It's a literary tool, which is where an extreme example is used to prove a point. These children don't hate God, but they don't know who he is because of a misrepresentation of him. They don't know him and therefore they can't love him. So what God is saying here is, don't try and condense me down into a statue that you can put on your mantelpiece. I am so much bigger than that. Worship all of me. So where's the freedom in this commandment? The freedom is that they no longer have to try and fit in with the religious cultures and customs of the day. They have something different. They trust in the one true God, Yahweh, and they're free to worship him differently. And we too have freedom not to conform to other people's expectations of how we worship. Galatians 5 verse 1 says this: "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened by a yoke of slavery." Our society often tries to box Christians in. They have set ideas about our traditions, about our styles of worship, or even about our personalities. But we live in freedom to worship. We don't need a set place or an altar. We have the Holy Spirit living within us. We are the temple. We carry it with us wherever we go. We don't need a special person there. We are all members of the royal priesthood. We all have equal access to God. We don't need special rituals or incantations to get us into the presence of God. We worship the one true God, the God who made everything, the God who knows everything, the God who has power over everything. And we can connect with him whenever we like, wherever we like, and using whatever words we like. And the even better thing is that he wants us to do this. He wants us to engage with him freely. We are free to worship the one true God. So enjoy your freedom.